The second free practice session of the Italian Grand Prix at Monza unfolded with an atmosphere that went far beyond lap times and technical runs. It was a stage charged with symbolism, emotion, and anticipation, especially for Ferrari and its tifosi. The Scuderia arrived at its sacred temple of speed not just to compete, but to remind the world that its spirit is still alive, that its drivers can fight at the top, and that the bond with its fans is something no other team in Formula One can replicate. This year, however, Monza carried a unique storyline. It was Lewis Hamilton's first Italian Grand Prix as a Ferrari driver. That fact alone made every lap, every sector, every appearance of the Scarlet car on track resonate with thunderous passion from the grandstands. And when Charles Leclerc pushed the SF25 to within a breath of the fastest time, the crowd erupted in a way only Monza can inspire. The FP2 session did not begin smoothly. In the early minutes, young Mercedes driver Kimi Antonelli lost control and beached his car in the gravel at Les Mots 2, triggering a red flag and halting the session. For a brief moment, the track fell silent, engines cut, and anticipation hung in the air. But once the green flag waved again, Ferrari's mission was clear: show pace, show stability, and prove that they are contenders on home soil. Leclerc wasted no time. On soft tires, he carved out laps that brought him within 0.083 seconds of Lando Norris leading McLaren. The margin was razor-thin, less than the blink of an eye, but it was enough to make the tifosi believe that glory is within reach. The roars that followed Leclerc's laps echoed through the grandstands like a prelude to qualifying. For Leclerc, Monza has always carried a weight heavier than most circuits. This is where he sealed his legendary 2019 victory, holding off Mercedes in a breathtaking display of defensive driving and etching his name permanently into the hearts of Ferrari fans. In 2025, the circumstances are different, but the expectations are just as fierce. The tifosi look to him as the symbol of Ferrari's resilience, the driver who embodies both their hopes and frustrations. His FP2 performance reaffirmed that, despite McLaren's strength, Ferrari has the tools to challenge. The car appeared balanced through the chicanes, stable under braking, and powerful down the straights, exactly the ingredients required to fight for pole position in Monza. Then there was Hamilton, experiencing Monza like never before. For years he had walked into this circuit as the enemy, the Mercedes driver jeered by the Italian faithful. But this weekend, everything was different. Dressed in red, Hamilton was greeted with cheers, flags bearing his name, and chants that shook the circuit. The tifosi had embraced him fully, almost as if making up for the years of rivalry with newfound adoration. In FP1, he had stunned by leading the session, and in FP2 he remained firmly within the top 5, proving that his transition to Ferrari is no longer just a storyline, it is a reality shaping the championship. For Hamilton, more than lap times, it was about connecting with the team and the fans. Before the weekend, he admitted he still has to pinch himself to believe he is racing for Ferrari at Monza. That surreal emotion showed in every interaction, every wave to the crowd, every smile in the garage. For the tifosi, it was a dream come true. Leclerc, their eternal prince, and Hamilton, the adopted champion, side by side in scarlet. The Ferrari cars themselves carried an extra layer of meaning. Painted in a special livery honoring Niki Lauda and the legendary 1975 Ferrari, the red and blue combination blended nostalgia with modern performance. The tifosi, ever passionate about history, adored the tribute. And that symbolic choice did not just please the eye, it fed the emotional fuel of the weekend. Formula One is a technical sport measured in milliseconds, but in Monza, emotion often becomes performance. Drivers dig deeper, engineers push harder, and teams embrace risks because the weight of history demands it. Ferrari understood this better than anyone. From a technical standpoint, FP2 gave Ferrari plenty of reasons to be optimistic. Leclerc's soft tire runs proved that the car has genuine one-lap pace, capable of competing head-to-head with McLaren. The gap to Norris was so small that the fight for pole position on Saturday is clearly wide open. More importantly, the team's longer runs showed consistency. Tire management looked strong, with the car delivering lap after lap at a steady rhythm. Monza may be less punishing on tires compared to tracks like Silverstone or Barcelona, but consistency is still the key to converting a front-row start into a podium finish. And in this, Ferrari looked calm and composed. Hamilton's program in FP2 leaned toward long runs, focusing less on outright speed and more on race preparation. Ferrari appeared to have split responsibilities, with Leclerc simulating qualifying conditions while Hamilton worked on race pace. This strategic balance gave the team valuable data. While Leclerc proved the car can fight at the front, Hamilton ensured they understand the demands of Sunday's race. His stints were clean and precise, suggesting that Ferrari could not only challenge McLaren in qualifying but also sustain the battle across a full Grand Prix distance. The tifosi responded to every sign of strength with unmatched passion. Every time Leclerc improved his time, the cheers reverberated like an earthquake. Each time Hamilton completed another consistent stint, the flags waved even harder. To the fans, it was not just about seeing Ferrari in second or fifth, it was about believing that this weekend could be different. After years of inconsistency, Monza 2025 feels like a chance for redemption, a chance for Ferrari to rewrite the narrative and reignite its season in front of its people. Of course, the shadow of McLaren still looms. Norris led the day, and his car looked agile, powerful, and efficient in the high-speed corners. Piastri was close behind as well, reminding everyone that the orange team has become the benchmark this season. Red Bull remained in the mix too, though Verstappen did not dominate as he once did. The fight at the top is closer than it has been in years, and Ferrari sits right at the heart of it. That is perhaps the most important takeaway from FP2. Ferrari is not chasing shadows anymore, it is chasing victories. Psychologically, the stakes could not be higher. Leclerc knows the tifosi expect him to deliver. Anything less than a podium in Monza is seen as a disappointment. Hamilton, meanwhile, carries the weight of proving that joining Ferrari was not just a symbolic move but a winning decision. The Italian Grand Prix has a unique ability to magnify pressure, but it also amplifies reward. Win here, and you become immortal. Fail here, and the criticism is merciless. That duality defines Ferrari's existence in Formula One. As the checkered flag fell on FP2, the picture was clear. Ferrari is alive, competitive, inspired. Leclerc sits second, a breath away from the lead, while Hamilton hovers near the front with a car that looks steady and fast. The tifosi roar with belief, and the team carries the momentum of a strong Friday into the crucial sessions to come. Norris and McLaren may have had the final word on the timesheets, but the story belongs to Ferrari. The emotion, the history, the symbolism of Hamilton's debut Monza weekend in red, and the unwavering determination of Leclerc, together, they have already turned this Grand Prix into something unforgettable. The Italian Grand Prix of 2025 will be remembered no matter the outcome. Monza has that effect. But if Ferrari can take the energy of FP2, refine it into perfection on Saturday, and unleash it on Sunday, then this weekend could mark the moment when Ferrari stopped chasing and started conquering again. The tifosi believe. The drivers believe. And after FP2, the world believes too.